Ibrahim Babangida ruled Nigeria from 1985 to 1993. Under his regime, billions from Nigeria's oil windfall went missing. He was also linked to multiple high-profile political deaths, including the case of Mamman Vatsa and the assassination of Dele Giwa by a parcel bomb. His rule was not just brutal, it was soaked in secrets that most people shy away from. But what if I told you that some truths were buried? Files destroyed, crimes covered up. In this edition of Dark Stories, we uncover the buried truths and cover-ups others shy away from. We will also expose the $12.4 billion oil windfall and the betrayal of June 12th that they never wanted you to know. Watch till the end, because this is Babangida's Dirty Secrets Exposed. And don't forget to subscribe for more chilling histories they tried to bury. What he revealed 30 years later will leave you in shock. His confession finally exposes the truth behind his regime's brutal rule. Now, let's expose the buried truths others shy away from. But before we uncover Babangida's secrets hidden for decades, let's go back to where it all began. Ibrahim Babangida was born in Minna, Niger State in 1941. He joined the Nigerian army through the Nigerian Military Training College in Kaduna and was commissioned as a second lieutenant in 1963. He fought in the Nigerian Civil War under the 1st Division and later commanded the 44th Infantry Battalion, where he was shot and seriously injured but survived. After the war, he rose quickly, commanding the 4th Reconnaissance Regiment and later the Armored Corps. Babangida was involved in several coups. He played an operational role in the 1966 counter-coup that removed General Aguiyi Ironsi and brought General Yakubu Gowon to power. And in July 1975, he was instrumental again in the coup that brought Murtala Mohammed to power. He also participated in the 1983 coup that installed Muhammadu Buhari. After Murtala Mohammed was assassinated in 1976 by Lieutenant Colonel Buka Suka Dimka, Babangida helped suppress the coup attempt, strengthening his reputation within the military. While participating in several coups, Babangida was also appointed to key military positions, serving on the Supreme Military Council under Murtala Mohammed, later as Director of Army Staff Duties and Plans, and eventually as Chief of Army Staff under the Buhari regime. In August 1985, Babangida led a bloodless coup that removed Buhari and installed himself as head of state. The execution of the palace coup was initially delayed due to General Tunde Idiagbon, the ruthless second-in-command to General Muhammadu Buhari. The coup started at midnight of the 27th of August 1985. The plot metamorphosed with 4 majors: Sambo Dasuki, Abubakar Dangiwa Umar, Lawan Gwadabe, and Abdul Mumini Aminu, detailed to arrest the head of state. By daybreak, the conspirators had taken over the government, and Babangida flew into Lagos from Minna, where he was announced as the new commander-in-chief in a radio broadcast by General Sani Abacha. Shortly after coming to power, General Babangida established the Nigerian Political Bureau. He also launched the Structural Adjustment Program. Babangida repealed Decree No. 4, the law used to restrict press freedom under the Buhari administration. He ordered the release of detained journalists, including Fela Kuti, a musician and activist, jailed in 1984 for alleged currency smuggling. Bola Ige, former governor of Oyo State. Malam Harun Adamu, journalist and editor detained under Decree 2, and several other detainees held under Buhari's regime. He also appointed former critics of the previous government, notably Dr. Beko Ransom Kuti, brother of Fela Kuti, as a member of the Nigerian Political Bureau. Now, let's expose some of the deepest secrets behind Babangida's regime that they never want you to know. Thanks for watching this far. Stay till the end. Babangida's confession in 2025 will leave you in shock. Babangida's regime became notorious for politically motivated actions and calculated brutality, including the execution of Major General Mamman Vatsa in March 1986, just months after he seized power. Vatsa, a senior army officer, poet, and Babangida's coursemate at the Nigerian Defense Academy, was accused of plotting a coup. He and several other officers, including Colonel Musa Bitiyong, Major Daniel Bamidele, Lieutenant Colonel A.K. Bello, were tried by a military tribunal and executed by firing squad. Nigeria's most revered literary icons, Wole Soyinka, Chinua Achebe, and John Pepper Clark, personally appealed to Babangida to spare Mamman Vatsa's life. But Babangida ignored their pleas. The execution went ahead. Babangida's regime was also linked to other political deaths, including the assassination of Dele Giwa, the founding editor-in-chief of Newswatch magazine, who was killed by a parcel bomb on the 19th of October 1986 after publishing reports critical of the government. By the late 1980s, billions of dollars from oil revenues were quietly managed through what became known as the dedicated accounts. According to report, about $12.4 billion from the 1991 Gulf War oil windfall was never properly accounted for. In 1992, religious and tribal tensions between Muslims and Christians exploded across northern Nigeria. Hundreds of people were killed or injured. Babangida's regime was accused of refusing to deal with dissenting voices and was charged with violating human rights. The head of the pro-democracy movement, Dr. Beko Ransom Kuti, was later arrested, after openly accusing Babangida and the military of staging unrest to sabotage Nigeria's return to civilian rule. The initial 1990 election date eventually proved untenable. The government then began to move the date of the civilian handover. At one time, it was set for January 1993, and then August 1993. Babangida blamed the delay on internal instability. By the time he annulled the June 12, 1993 election, won by late Moshood Abiola, he had already built a political system designed to serve him, not the country. Many pro-democracy and human rights activists, journalists and lawyers, including Chief Gani Fawehinmi, Alao Aka Bashorun, Femi Falana, Kunle Ajibade, were also detained for protesting the June 12th annulment. The regime also shut down many media houses, including Newswatch magazine, The Guardian, and Punch newspapers. In 2025, Babangida confessed in his memoir, A Journey in Service, that he deeply regretted annulling the June 12, 1993 presidential election.
Reflection significantly contributed to our understanding of our national history.
He admitted that the election, widely regarded as the freest and fairest in Nigeria's history, was indeed won by Chief MKO Abiola. Babangida explained that the annulment was driven by what he called pressures and fears within the military and political establishment at the time. General Babangida inherited two nicknames from the Nigerian press, Evil Genius and Maradona. The 1990 Orca's coup accusations later resurfaced in leaked military communications, confirming deep ethnic bias within Babangida's network. Despite its oppressive nature, the Babangida regime recorded some economic and infrastructural gains. The regime remains one of the darkest chapters in Nigeria's history, marked by fear, repression, and stolen wealth. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more dark chapters of history.